So, why is it worth it? Why would you pay someone a lot of money to hurt you, and then come back a whole bunch and do it again? That's what we're going to talk about today is why it is worth it to a lot of people to get tattooed. So, if you have one or two smaller tattoos, this will still be for you. You might see yourself in a few of these points, but especially if you have like five or more sessions, I think these are going to resonate with you. The first one that we're going to talk about will be community. This is one that a lot of people do not think about when they start getting tattooed, but after you've had a few sessions, you get really attached to your tattoo shop. If you have found the right place. Not every shop is for every person, not every artist is for every person, but I do think if you want to get tattooed, that there is someone out there that you're going to connect with. And there are some of you that I've tattooed for a decade or more, and I love that. We get super invested in your lives. We cannot wait for you to come tell us stories, update us on what's going on. And I swear that there are things that I know about some of you guys that your family and friends do not know. And that's okay because your tattoo shop kind of becomes a safe space for you to talk about things. Um, we also sort of become your cheerleaders in the background a little bit. Um, if you tell us you have job interviews coming up, we talk about that after you're gone. We're like, oh man, I hope they get it. Or if you haven't been in, but you've told us something like your kids are going off to college, we'll kind of get together and be like, oh man, I think this was the week that their kid was moving out. I wonder how they're taking that, or I hope everything's okay. So, um, we get invested in you guys. And we also, if you're an introverted person and you would rather have your sessions kind of more peaceful and quiet, that's okay. Just let us know. But if you're open to talking, we have so much time to kill. Sometimes it's, half a day or more. And we will talk about anything and everything under the sun, usually. We've talked about all kinds of philosophy topics. We're really into personality talks right now, so that's super fun. Um, but yeah, your community in the tattoo shop really becomes important after a while, and it's something that a lot of people look forward to when they come in there for their sessions. Um, the second point would be you have such a unique opportunity to tell your stories through tattoos. It is really difficult to do that any other way. I feel like unless you have some platform, um, but usually there's a lot of heavy material in tattoos, and you kind of get to dig deep into that. And when you have that, people are going to ask about it. They're going to ask what that means to you. Why did you choose that particular subject? Um, so you really get a chance to speak when otherwise you might not, and about things that you might otherwise not talk about. Um, this part of it is something that not a lot of people think about initially, but your tattoos also kind of speak for you when you're gone. There have been, unfortunately, many instances where I have clients that have passed on, and we get together with friends and family. Afterwards, a lot of people want to do memorial tattoos, and we get to discuss your tattoos, which is a really surreal thing to think about. Why why did you get this thing? Why did you choose that particular image to represent that? A lot of times we have stories that we share around that. So that's a really special kind of legacy that is unique to tattooing, is to tell your story and also have your story continue in an interesting way when you're gone. The next point is that a lot of people really get to work through some major life events as they're getting tattooed. Often people will get tattooed at transition points in their life, either positive or negative, or maybe neutral. It's just a really big thing. You don't know how you feel about it yet. Um, but I think that ink therapy is a phrase that exists for a reason, and a lot of people say it, and it's true. When we are creating these images, and also as we're tattooing it, if you want to talk about it, I think a lot of people get to explore how they feel about it, how they feel about what has happened, how they feel about the future. And you come out different on the other side. You come into the tattoo shop one way, and you really are permanently changed when you leave. And I think that prepares a lot of people for that transition. Just to know that a new thing is coming. And then to represent that, you have the new tattoo to go along with you and kind of walk that journey with you. And lastly, you came in for a tattoo and hopefully you got exactly what you wanted. When you pay this money for a tattoo, it's really the only thing that nobody can ever take away from you. This is something that my mentor told me when I got started. That tattooing was special to people because no matter what happens in your life, the bank is not going to come get your tattoo. They can't. That's yours, and that is the only thing that you ever truly own. So you come in, you get your tattoo, you leave, and you look amazing. You are now a tattooed person. So these are all the points that I could think of as to why tattooing is worth it, and it's worth it to go through the experience. So if I missed anything, let me know and I'll include it in a future video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.